Welcome to Elevate Care Insights. This is Gradle speaking, and welcome to this registering as a provider of supported accommodation for care leavers aged 16 to 18. From October the 28th, 2023, providers in England that wished to offer supported accommodation for young people transitioning from care, especially those aged 16 to 18 who are care leavers, had to become registered providers with Ofsted. This led to inspections where providers are being assessed to ensure they meet the supported living quality standards. This will ensure that all accommodation for care leavers sufficiently meets the young people's needs and helps them transition to adulthood. So, how do you become a registered provider for supported accommodation? The requirement for Ofsted registration came off the back of the Care Planning, Placement and Case Review Amendment Regulations of 2021, which stopped children under 16 from being placed in semi-independent or independent settings which weren't regulated. The Supported Accommodation Regulations of 2023 prevent local authorities from placing care leavers in unregulated settings, ensuring a commitment to safeguarding and enhancing the welfare of those young people as they transition to adulthood. Regulations ensures supported accommodation is always secure, supportive, and meets the unique needs of each care leaver. So how do you register to become a provider of supported accommodation? Starting from April 2023, Ofsted initiated the registration for all existing supported accommodation services for care leavers, making it a mandatory requirement by October the 28th, 2023. Prospective providers who were aiming to offer supported accommodation under specific provisions of the Children Act were then and now are required to do several things. The first thing was to submit an SC1 form to apply for registration as a supported accommodation provider, giving details about the service being provided. Then completing an SC2 form for each individual holding a responsibility within the service, offering information on these key roles. The final step being covering the registration fee with the distinct charges for the service and the service manager. So there's lots of guidance about registering as a supported accommodation provider and regulations for the providers on the government website. When you apply, you must also specify the type of supported accommodation you intend to provide, ranging from single occupancy and various shared accommodations to supported lodgings in a private residence. So, do all providers have to register? Not everyone providing supported accommodation needs to register with Ofsted. There are some exemptions. They include care homes, further education institutions, 16 to 19 academies, hospitals, residential family centres, schools offering accommodation, and holiday schemes for disabled children. They come under different registration processes. So what happens after your registration? Post-registration, providers are obliged to comply with the conditions of their registrations. Specifically, you'll need to meet the supported living quality standards set out in the Supported Accommodation Regulations 2023. You must report serious incidents and significant changes to Ofsted and pay an annual fee to maintain your registration status. From April this year, 2024, Ofsted will carry out inspections at least every 3 years, and they can already carry out visits if concerns are raised. Is this a complicated process? Though adapting to the demands of Ofsted registration and regulation may present challenges for both new and existing providers of supported accommodation, it is a crucial step in safeguarding the interests of care leavers. The registration process itself isn't overly complicated. However, it's imperative that registered providers fully understand their obligations under the Supported Accommodation Regulations 2023, and this is more complex. At Elevate Care Insights, we offer consultation, support, a framework of direct work for care leavers and key workers, which you can find in the link below. So do contact us if you need any guidance at all. And as always, please do like and subscribe.